What is up, YouTube? Hey, check it out, man. Real life lawyer. What Diddy did wrong, allegedly. Why the NDA did not save him. I don't know why y'all think if you sign a piece of paper, then you can't open your mouth. That's that. Bullshit. Hey, check this out. I wanted to show y'all this. I was looking for the meme when 50 Cent was talking about Diddy riding the bike with a smile, right? Because they were saying that the reason why he's smiling is because there's no seat. Oh my God. So they said Diddy was spotted bike riding in Miami today. 50 said, look at his bicycle seat. Oh my God. So they always talk, well, they hit Diddy with so much gay stuff. Then they got this thing where Diddy's riding a dirt bike in jail. All this is AI right here, y'all. That do look like somebody trying to ride it though, for real. But how would you get a dirt bike in the jail? I don't know. Anyway, how did Diddy get a bike in the jail? Yeah, that's crazy, man. So I was checking out some of this stuff, man. This is crazy. But anyway, let me cut that off. I don't even want that on them. I wanted to see what this lawyer guy was talking about. He came across my feed a couple of times, and I was like, let me see what he got to say, man. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. We about to hit 500,000 subscribers. Help a brother out, man. Hey, yeah, I'm begging. All you gotta do is tap the button, man. All you gotta do is tap. It's free today. It's free this weekend. It's free this month. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out.
FBI director talk about, I heard the FBI director talk about the justice and things of that nature. But, you know, we ain't heard nothing about your boys, the list for your guy. What's my
Epstein.
Yeah. Right? Like we really haven't heard about this type of pressure being put on the Epstein case.
Damn. I thought I was bad. And then I got a nerve to talk with. I put a crack in my mouth. I'm hungry. I'm starving, y'all, but I got to catch up. Check it out, man. You're doing an interview and you're a lawyer? You are a lawyer and you can't even remember the guy's name you're talking about. I thought I was bad. Uncle Mike can't remember nobody's name, but I ain't on. I'm just doing my reaction to what y'all talking about.
You know, even rap artists, they hang out with people who are way more criminal than they are.
But just on the street justice thing, right? This could have some ramifications, bro. Like, people get killed for less.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. There have been some real gangsters in the NBA.
Yeah.
But none of them are going against the mob.
No, I'm talking about against Chauncey Billups. Like, Chauncey Billups was scamming his homies.
Watch this. He will no longer be invited to the barbecue or the house. But no one is going to turn the heat up on him too much.
Right.
Other than the feds.
Right.
Because you turn the heat up too much. I hate to say the mobs, but that criminal element that they were talking about.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You saying I'm saying?
He's protected, basically. Makes a point. Yeah, good point. I ain't think about that point. Damn. Okay, well.
Because they need him to go ahead and take this time and move on about his life.
So do you so Stephen A. Smith kind of went online and said that he believes it's because of Trump is kind of trying to make a statement, and he feels that the WNBA and the NFL are next. To that, you say?
To that, I say, I probably could have led with that. This administration and how they're prosecuting their cases are unlike anything that anyone has ever seen before. If there's a play involved, could it be political in a sense? Could it be for some political gains? Possibly. Is this more of the same of, because I heard the FBI director talk about the justice and things of that nature. But, we ain't heard nothing about your boys, the list for your guy. What's my
Epstein.
Yeah. Right? Like we really haven't heard about this type of pressure being put on the Epstein case.
Right.
And so is this a diversion to say, okay, I know you're waiting for justice over here, but we actually are doing things, and here you go. We've indicted an attorney general. We indicted a former secretary of a former secretary of the U.S. government. We've done all these things to show you that we are moving forward with justice. And so forget about this Epstein thing.
Speaking of Trump, right? It came out, and this could be a rumor, it may not be a rumor, but that Trump was actually considering commuting Puffy's sentencing. For those that don't understand what commuting a sentence would mean, what would that mean if he commuted Puffy's sentence? What would that?
Basically, he can get my man out of jail. He'll still be hit with that stigma. But I don't think that, I think he could very well just go ahead and full well give him a full pardon.
Oh, wow. You think he would do it?
I think he would do it. It's kind of hairy in a sense, because I didn't really think that the judge would go ahead and give him that 5. But it could have something to do with the fact that the allegations were so egregious. The judge knew things about this case that the public didn't know. And the fact that you want to speak to me now and didn't want to speak to the allegations when they were going on, I'm not going to reward you for that. I'm not going to punish you because of what they did and what they're asking for. But at the same time, I'm not going to reward you for what you did in this whole thing either. And so I'm going to split the baby and go ahead and give you this time. And so you can move forward. But I think the president could very well pardon him. But I mean, it's just going to take Rico and some of these other cases to a whole nother level. Because now it's on the public eye and the public has been educated in it. And once the public gets educated in something, you typically see more of it.
Speaking of that, you haven't been here since the Puffy last verdict. So I do want to, there was a white lawyer that said, and I'm just paraphrasing, but he was like, they used the Mann Act against him in a way that it wasn't intended. It was built for like white slaves or some shit like that. Right. Then he said that they actually used something he was acquitted of and still pinned the charges on him because the judge said he can't unhear it, and they were like, you can't do that. So for you being a lawyer, right, and you being in the like, how were they able to do that?
So go back to my last interview on that. I talked about that. I talked about the fact that now that it's in the judge's hands, the judge is going to use everything that came with that case. And so even though he was acquitted of something, the judge could very well feel like it was so egregious that the jury possibly got it wrong. And it was so bad that I can't let you just skate out, because when I'm getting to the point where I'm sentencing you for everything that was involved with this. I've seen, and I've talked about it. I've talked about how you show up to trial, how you show up in court. I've heard judges say that they sentenced people based on the fact that they wore the wrong shirt. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You came in with a shirt that says
Free Diddy, his son.
Legalize weed and alcohol. You here for an assault case, but because you showed up improperly, your behavior, in a sense, shows that you don't take the justice system or the fact that you're not a threat to society serious. I need to make sure you understand that, because part of what he said and all of that was, I still believe you're a danger to the community, and I'm not finna just release you. You need some more time to ice off and to kind of cool off and see that what you did was absolutely wrong. While you weren't necessarily convicted of this, I am going to use everything that came with this trial and my understanding of this case to sentence you. I told you guys that that was a very real possibility. And I told you about the Mann Act right off the bat, and that this is not what it was intended for. Right. And quite honestly, it's going to be utilized even more, and possibly even utilized even more incorrectly.
So like when you and your homies, right, that practice law get together, what are y'all saying about this verdict? Are y'all like, this is the craziest, like this is taking a turn for the worse? Like what is the sentiment around this particular sentencing? Right is right and wrong is wrong, right? If we're looking at the law, I always looked at the law like it's not about emotions, it's about fairness, or it's, but this seems to be emotional. No. It in very well fairness. I mean, you have several women who have come up and gone into the public eye and said that they are forever changed and harmed. Right. And this man did it. Well, so then shouldn't he have gotten life then?
A jury said that there wasn't enough for them to convict him. You got to remember that when you look at a criminal statute, typically there are 3 to 4 items or points that must be met. Got you. And if any one of them isn't met, then at that point you're acquitted. Right. And so that's the thing. And you got to remember, I told you on the 3 charges that he got, and I can't remember right now, but I told you that the one that he got convicted on, he was solid. And that the RICO one was close. I said because they threw out enough to kind of do it, but they focused too much on the bad behavior and not enough at making the jury understand the actual law.
So it was 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Those were the 3.
And so, I mean, it was very close on those charges. But you asked me earlier, what did my friends and I say? Yeah. We're telling every male or female that we know, be very careful about your relationships. Be very cautious of who you decide to get involved with. And don't be weird, right? Don't be weird, because you have situations in which all of them, whether it's him or whether something that we haven't talked about anymore with Shannon Sharp, all of them involve behavior that was outside of what the normal context of sexual behavior is. And even, let's just say kinky. Right. And that kinkiness has been utilized against him.
And can you dispel a rumor? I know a lot of people think an NDA solves things, but I hear NDAs cannot be used in court if it's a crime.
Right.
Okay.
You cannot legally, contractually negate a crime. Like it law 101. You can't do that. And it's amazing that lawyers actually, I don't think the lawyers do it to negate a crime. Like let me say this. There's certain instances in which a witness has negotiated a civil settlement that says that they won't testify, or not testify, but they will be silent as to the acts that took place. Now, someone could potentially subpoena them. You can subpoena them and they can refuse to talk. Then at that point, the judge can hold them in contempt, but they're not obligated to really say anything.
Right.
At that point, if they don't want to. Like I said, the judge can hold them in contempt. It's kind of like what they did with Woody, in the sense that he didn't want to talk and he said he was basically through, and the judge threw him in jail for a couple of days because he wasn't saying what the prosecutors wanted him to say. He said he was lying. And so, the judge put him in jail to cool him off, but he came right back out and did the same thing. And so, but you cannot contract a crime. You just can't do it.
Damn. I don't understand. For real, I don't understand why people think that just because you signed your name on a piece of paper, that means you can't say nothing about what you've seen, especially when it's something negative that went down. Well, I signed the NDA so I can tell you it just makes for more real live entertainment. Oh, they gonna say something. They signed the NDA and now they talking. Come on, bruh. Man, you can keep on talking and talking and talking. Yeah, let that court and that judge come and say, here go to your NDA, and he just rip it all up. Man, that's crazy, man. Somebody do anything wrong to hurt somebody else, I'm talking. I would sign the paper while I'm talking. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Hey, y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.